Diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Echo and essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, essence. Yeah. Uncle Freezy, vibing all night and all day. Coach Malpica, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is Soul Finger. DSJ always showing up as the soulful singer. Ron, Bully, and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap, try borrow. It's not just water. Echo and essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, essence. It's not just talk, it's how we groove. Life's a rhythm, we all move. Spin the wheel, what's next to see? Culture flowing endlessly. Echo and essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, essence.
You, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocker, Uncle Freezy in the building. I'm joined by the Tri-Borough Gigolo from the Dead Ain't Rap podcast. If you're not tuned in to the Dead Ain't Rap podcast and people think that at work, people think you're not cool, it's your fault. If you're not tuning into the Dead Ain't Rap podcast and you seem like an outsider to everybody that loves music and culture, that's your fault, right? Basically, what I'm saying is tune into the Dead Ain't Rap podcast on Wednesdays at 8 to 8:30, something like that. Sometimes we start a little slow on the Dead Ain't Rap podcast, 8:30, sometimes 9. But set aside that whole block from 8 to 12 so that you can get all the information that you need in order to stay relevant with everything that happened on the music and culture scene. Right. Before we get started, though, I'm gonna get into a quick monologue, real quick. I just gotta I just need to take a few seconds to say something about the topic tonight. Y'all bear with me. I think we'll probably rock for 45 minutes, maybe 60 minutes. Or whatever, just on the topic. But so I jotted some stuff down, and I just want y'all to bear with me as I read through it. So if I wrote stuff down so that you'll know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm serious about this conversation, right? So here's how we start tonight. We're doing something that at first glance might seem unfair. We're putting Johnny Gill versus The Field. Every great male R&B singer, every legendary soul crooner, every vocalist you've ever argued about with your friends, Luther, Marvin, Teddy, Gerald, Freddie, Peabo, Jeffrey Osborne, Howard Hewitt, Maxwell, Keith Sweat, Babyface, whoever you believe belongs in a conversation. Now, y'all know how y'all are, right? So some people might hear that and think Johnny Gill is the underdog. I don't. In fact, I think it's the opposite, right? Nobody says Johnny Gill versus average singers. Nobody compares Johnny Gill to one-hit wonders. Nobody asks whether Johnny Gill belongs with middle-tier R&B vocalists. The debate starts at the top. The names that come up are the immortals. That's the neighborhood Johnny Gill lives in. That's a compliment, right? That's a compliment, everybody. Let me see if I can get my guy back up. There we go. Try, what's good?
Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing?
Good, man. I was in the middle of reading this thing that I went to the movies and just wanted some time to think about this, and I messed around, and the movie was dope. But I'm gonna finish this little piece, and then I want to get right into it.
Okay.
Right. Nobody says Johnny Gill versus average singers. Right. When we say Johnny Gill, we say every vocalist: Luther, Marvin, Teddy, Gerald, Freddie, Peabo, Jeffrey Osborne. Woo woo woo. We say James Ingram, Howard Hewitt, Maxwell Key Sweat, Babyface, Glenn Jones, Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaway, Freddie Jackson, everybody, right? Johnny Gill is one of those rare artists whose voice is instantly recognizable. You don't need 5 seconds to figure out who's singing. One note, one phrase, one growl, one sustained note, and you know exactly who it is. That's a gift very few singers possess, right? Nobody gets invited to these conversations unless they've earned it. So if you're a Johnny Gill fan, don't look at this as him taking on impossible odds. Look at it as recognition of his talent, and that talent is extraordinary. It's respected, and it endures decades, an entire career, right? That's the legacy. So I guess we can start up top with, I can ask Triborough, how do you feel about Johnny Gill, bro?
Johnny Gill is a R&B legend, a great singer. He has hit records on his own, and I think he carries the torch of R&B with style and grace, and with the tradition of what R&B really meant to us compared to how it is now. And he's not mentioned often when it comes to the great singers. We hear Marvin and Stevie Wonder and around Isley, but I don't hear Johnny Gill a lot unless it's with New Edition. And I think without New Edition, he was still a great singer. You know what I'm saying? And I think if anything, New Edition only helped his legacy, so people could really see him, stand out in that group and bring his name more to the forefront. But he's a great singer. He's always been a class act.
Okay. I absolutely 100% agree with you, right? I think Johnny Gill probably is probably how would I state it? I think Johnny Gill is so I think Johnny Gill is so underrated that it's criminal. If you're in your 40s, if you're in your 40s, if you're in your 50s, 60s, Johnny Gill from Perfect Combination, Stacey Lattisaw. Johnny Gill from the late 80s. Johnny Gill from New Edition. Johnny Gill from On a Perfect Day. I Know That I Can Count on You. Johnny Gill from that. Johnny Gill from LSG. Johnny Gill from his solo stuff. Johnny Gill's voice is such a separator that when you have Johnny Gill on something, you can tell the distinction between voices. I'll give an example.
Right.
There is a song that I love that I think is a top 200 R&B song of all time, called Secret Garden, right? And in Secret Garden, you heard Al B. Shaw and you heard El DeBarge. But there was like no real distinction in voices, right? He's like, is that L? Is that Michael? Is that Al? Who? Right? But when you hear Johnny, you're like, oh my gosh, this man is a powerhouse. This man is a powerhouse, and I want to talk about that tonight. I do want to make one distinction though, before we start the debate. What I'd like to do is establish that in my heart of hearts, I believe the greatest R&B/soul crooner of all time is Sam Cooke. Right. So let's just start. I want to put Sam Cooke in a place, right, that's untouchable. Now, everyone else, I'm up for debate. I'll be up for debate, right? But I think Sam Cooke is the best, right? And I know people have their own opinions, right? And if you have a different person there, I'm not debating you. What I'm saying is Sam Cooke is my personal favorite.
Right.
My personal favorite. Right.
Okay.
All right. With that, Triborough, is Johnny Gill a top 20 R&B singer in your opinion?
Yes, definitely.
I
definitely think he's on the same tier with the Marvin and Stevie Wonder and Sam Cooke, R. Kelly. I think he's on that level.
Oh my. my. No pun intended.
Yes, I think he's on that level.
Okay. What puts him at that level?
His vocal range, the way that he harmonizes, like I said, his showmanship, he's still tasteful. He still has R&B songs that are tasteful. It's not like raunchy. He's never did like a raunchy R&B song. That wasn't his thing. You know what I'm saying? He has respect for the genre. He's a balladeer. Like I think we have some singers in R&B that are meant to be balladeers, and some that can do up-tempo tracks, some that can do both. But I think he's a balladeer. Like that's his strong point is giving you songs like Fair Weather Friend and My.
Wow. Is he in the pantheon of R&B singers such as Chris Brown, Usher, Jacquees, Bobby Brown, and maybe more popular. Tori B in the building, salute.
Salute.
More popular R&B singers.
See, I don't think this generation know who he is. I don't think they might have seen his face, but they don't know the hit records that he has. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I think a lot of our singers that we grew up on, if they come out with something now, it's going to get overlooked for Chris Brown or an Usher or Brent Faiyaz. It's more about the young artists now. And he's done that. He's dropped songs, within this modern day of R&B that gets overlooked because he's not a Chris Brown or Usher. He's not in that age range anymore. So, I mean, the true R&B heads, the people that love to hear traditional R&B, they're gonna check for whatever he has coming out. but I don't like for the market that it is now. I don't think like a lot of the young heads are checking for a Johnny Gill album. You know what I'm saying? So for us, I would check for it. You know, if he comes out with something now, I'm checking for it. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
that happens a lot. Even with Keith Sweat, there was a couple years ago. Keith Sweat had like a little back and forth with Jacquees, and Jacquees was claiming that he's the king of R&B, and who is Keith Sweat? You know what I'm saying? I can't even name one Jacquees song, but Keith Sweat, I know his whole catalog.
The entire catalog.
Yeah.
The entire catalog.
Right.
We know Party and Keith. We know on the second album Heartbroken Keith.
Right.
Right. We knew the third album Super Cool Keith. Right. You know what I'm saying? We knew on the fourth album Trying to Be Street, kind of street crossover, Left Eye and Snoop Dogg Keith. Right. We know back to the Basics Keith on the Keith Sweat album, the one with Funky Dope Lovin' on it. You know, I think to your point, I think Johnny Gill is forgotten and remembered at the same time.
Right.
Because he can't be forgotten because the New Edition biopic was dope. The New Edition biopic was fire.
Yeah.
I remember my team, we worked in a I won't get into too much details about the job, but basically, you know, we helped homeowners, right? And all the week of the biopic, like episode after episode, we came in to work that week quoting the New Edition biopic that whole week. Right. Quoting Mike, quoting Johnny, you know.
Right.
I'll say this about Johnny. Before I mentioned this to you, I mentioned this to about 4 or 5 of my die-hard music friends, and they laughed. Like, who is Johnny Gill? You comparing Johnny to who? Right. And they dared me to do a show. They were like, I dare you to say that on national TV. 4 or 5 people dared me. I was like, hey, listen, not only am I gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, say it with my chest. Right. And I'll tell just a story real quick. So about 85, 86, I was about to, you know what I'm saying, just like come out of high school or whatever, trying to figure out who I am as a person. You know, you 17, 18, whatever, however old you were, whatever. And I heard Johnny Gill and the light-skinned chick do a song called Perfect Combination. And when I heard Perfect Combination, that was the line for me for the year. All the ladies I talked to, what do you mean? You and I, we're a perfect combination. Like that was the line. That was like the line. Like Johnny probably didn't write the song or whatever it was. But if you remember the radio station WBLS back when it used to play like real R&B, like when they used to be, when WBLS sound like your mom record collection. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days when they catered to a certain crowd, right? Perfect Combination, you could not take Perfect Combination off the radio. I remember Perfect Combination being in rotation for about 4 years. They played the song for like 4 years. They played this all the way through New Edition joint. And I'm not saying like heavy rotation. I'm not talking about, you know, twice an hour. I'm talking about like at least once a day you heard the song Perfect Combination. Just like you heard that song by Smokey Robinson called Quiet Storm. You heard Quiet Storm every day on WBLS, at least once a day. Because they had a quiet storm, right? But you know, I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know if I feel like he's in a thing with Sam Cooke, and that's okay, because we all have our own opinions, right?
Right.
And our own experiences. What I will say though is Johnny Gill to a person is just as good as your favorite balladeer.
Right.
I'm gonna say that with my chest, like, because I'm going to say a name right now, and it's gonna sound like blasphemy, but I legit have like 49 more minutes to argue for those in the chat, right?
Yeah.
I think Johnny Gill is just as good and maybe better than Luther.
I don't know. I think Luther got more.
Right.
He got more hits than Johnny though.
I don't think he has.
He has more hits than Johnny. Yeah.
I don't think he has.
Johnny don't have a greatest hits album, not that I remember.
He don't need it. He's beyond the great. He's still alive.
I mean, they still have you still have greatest hits albums for artists that's out now. Aerosmith got a greatest hits album and they're alive.
Well, what I mean is Johnny is still alive doing current music.
Right.
All right. Johnny's still doing current music. Wow. He don't need to do a greatest hits.
Right.
Johnny Gill, as a matter of fact, I would tell you that Johnny Gill saved the BBD Boot City remix album.
No, he did not. Oh,
yes.
No, he didn't. How? That's the only one song that was on the remix album. That's only one song. That was a good single and it was a good reunion for them, but he didn't save that remix album. That remix album was already great.
That remix album was dope.
Yeah.
Right. It was dope. But you hear Rick, like, people come, people go, word to the mother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
he was good. Like the way that it started off, and you hear Johnny's vocals first and the pianos and the build up and then the beat drops. That was a great, jumping off point for that song. And he was great on that song. But that remix album is a classic.
Yo, Tori B said this man is an Asian Howard fan. What the Tori B? What are you talking about? Let that sink in. Inside everything. Oh, you on your phone? Tori B on her phone. Okay. Tori B must be on her. Okay, if Tori B on her phone, that's probably why. Right. Autocorrect is the devil.
Oh, Gina Howard. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Gina Howard. That's right.
Autocorrect is the devil. I've been telling y'all that. Jay, take autocorrect off your phone. Right? Yeah. I'm telling
Dina Howard. That's your girl right there, Dina Howard.
All I'm gonna say, and the great reggae tone term from back in the days. Hold up, back it up, easy, back it up. That's all I'm gonna just say that, right? Adina Howard is a saint.
Oh my Lord.
Tori B said autocorrect is outright disrespectful. Exactly. Autocorrect trying to have us sound like an English teacher. I know what I'm typing. Right? you trying to get me to sound like the professor. I know what I'm typing, right? I will say this about Johnny. Luther has great music. I don't think Luther touches Johnny though.
Nah, come on. What you saying? What? Power of Love and come on, man. He has too many classics than Johnny. Johnny, if you really look at it, Johnny, after the first two albums by himself, like he wasn't like known until the Perfect Combination joint with Stacey Latta. So that whole album, and then when 1990 comes and he has the self-titled joint with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and Babyface,
LA.
He gave him the big smash hits off of that. He could perform that anywhere now.
Bro, I'm telling you, Luther has great hits. But his great hits are like Love, Power, Love is one of his best songs. I would say that's probably his third biggest song. I think his biggest song is Dance with My Father.
Right.
Right. It's his biggest song to date. Right. And his second biggest song is the song came out in 90. The song that came out before Love, Power, Power, Love. This chat, y'all help me with the Luther song. Because Johnny Gill is so much better than Luther that I keep forgetting these Luther songs.
Which one is it?
Here and Now.
Here and Now, okay.
Here and Now, that's the joint. Here and Now. So Luther has Here and Now. He has Love, Power, Power, Love, and Dance with My Father.
Yeah, he has a House Is Not a Home. That joint.
No, I'm talking about commercial success.
Okay.
I'm talking about commercial success.
Right.
That and then his first single, Never Too Much, are his biggest commercially successful songs.
Right.
Now he's got a bunch of songs that are just great songs that are hits.
Yeah.
Right. Like Take You Out.
Yes.
Secret Love.
Yeah.
Is a great song. That was a hit. A House Is Not a Home. Superstar.
Superstar is dope.
Bad Boy Having a Party. Never Too Much. Right. Yeah. But Johnny Gill had My, bro.
That's all from one album though. Right? When you get to Provocative, that was 93. And he had that New Jack Swing sound too. He don't really have like any major hits from the Provocative album. His big hits are like either with Stacey Lattisaw or it's from that 1990 album.
Nah, bro. Remember he had remember Johnny Gill had a song called There You Go that came out in that era.
That's right. That was on the Boomerang soundtrack.
The Boomerang soundtrack. That's
right. That was on the Provocative album. Yeah,
you're right. You're right. He had Lady du Jour, which to me maybe sonically his. I don't know who produced it. I'm gonna say Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis because it sounds like an Alexander O'Neal song, the Lady du Jour joint.
Right.
Sounds like a Alexander O'Neal song from the 80s, but fire. But I'll say this, and Tribur and I disagree, as we often do, but that's okay because listen, if you're gonna argue with somebody that's smart. Don't argue with a dummy. This is life advice, everybody. Never argue with a dummy. Argue with somebody that's smart. Because even if you lose, you learn something, right? My thing is this. Johnny Gill on that Heartbreak album, some would say the Johnny Gill and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis combination saved New Edition. Now, I know people won't agree.
I agree.
Because how we love New Edition.
I agree, though.
Right. What I would say, though, is there are songs on that Heartbreak album. There's a song called Boys to Men on that album. Like when you listen to it, it's such a touching and heartbreaking song about how they sacrificed their life for their career, but now they're transitioning from them little boys out of the ghetto into grown men who go through struggles like we do. Right. And so with that, when you hear that Heartbreak album, as soon as you hear Johnny say On a Perfect Day, I know that I can count on you. You already know this is one of the greatest songs that you are ever going to hear. New Edition, Can You Stand the Rain is definitely a top 400 R&B song of all time.
400, wow.
I mean, you rank it where you want. You can rank it number one if you want to. I'm just saying that you can't do a list of 400 R&B songs without saying, Can You Stand the Rain?
Right, I agree.
Right? That's just my opinion on it. Right? The Boys to Men song, the Coming Home song.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Johnny Gill, that put Johnny Gill on the map, and not only on the map, but on the map to stay. right? Because he was like Lloyd Banks in Cannabis. All that talent ain't doing nothing, right? Before, like Johnny Gill, what we found is Johnny Gill needed to be in a group because he didn't have the charisma of a Ralph Tresvant.
Right.
Ralph is like Michael Jackson, Frankie Lyman, Junior Walker, El DeBarge, whoever, whatever high tenor range Tony Thompson, whatever high tenor range lead singer that can dance and move, Ralph Tresvant was that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But he couldn't carry the group. Like he carried them back in the day when they was little boys.
Right.
But when they were men, it's like
he's still a great leader, a great group member, you know, still doing it now after all these years, like 40-something years they've been in the game.
Right.
You know, I think, like I told you before, I think they needed the transition from Boyz II Men with the sound and having, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis do that Any Heartbreak album, and their fans, like myself, was getting older. So we were there in '84 for Candy Girl and, you know, Is This the End, Cool It Now, and all that. You know, Count Me Out, and then
My Secret. Did you get it yet?
My Secret. You know, Lost in Love and all that. And then we're growing with them, so we're watching them grow, and we're growing in our lives, and they needed that transition to more grown R&B, and that's where Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis comes in. And then Johnny, he needed more. I feel like he needed more exposure. So you join that group, and then Bobby's out doing his own thing, and the group needed Johnny. So it was a perfect match, perfect combination. No pun intended. Like they needed each other.
They needed each other.
Yeah.
Johnny Gill needed New Edition because he needed a place to showcase God's gift.
Right.
Right. He needed something established for him to attach to showcase and complement a group that was already special. New Edition was already on the way. We just didn't know where they were on the way to. Right? Because the album before Heartbreak was like, it's all right. It's like a cover. It's all right. Right? It wasn't great. It wasn't. Yeah, I'm gonna put a rock in Tory B shoot. Right? It was all right. It was like LaBelle with Patti LaBelle.
Oh wow. I don't know what that means. Look, LaBelle was great. What you talk about, man?
Yeah. Luther Vandross, though. Luther Vandross, though. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound like blasphemy, but Luther Vandross didn't always make great albums. Like Luther Vandross made great, like to me, Luther Vandross. I'm not saying that Luther Vandross did anything bad, but Luther Vandross is niche, right? Like some of the stuff that he did.
I don't think he has too many bad. I mean, the only bad album I remember hearing was the Busybody album,
the '86 album.
Yeah, and that was like, it didn't feel like Luther's sound at that point. I feel like he was trying to do what was trendy at that point.
Yeah, it sounded,
everything else, like from his first one to Dance with My Fall, all the other ones were great to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
the album, even the albums in the '90s. Take You Out Tonight album,
right,
and the Secret Love album. I thought they were definitely modern Luther.
Right.
They didn't really have smashes on it though.
True.
except Take You Out Tonight. Right. Right. So in comparing Johnny to Luther, what I will say is this. Luther had a stretch from 89 to 91 where he could do no wrong. Right. He could do no wrong. Right. But Never Too Much was a great song in 81. Right. But it wasn't the song in 81. Right. Luther had A House and a Home Is Not a Home, which didn't catch. That's an album cut.
Yeah.
That people fell in love with. That's not a song that topped the charts. That was people loved that song off the album and they play. It's kind of like Mint Conditions, Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes, where you put it out, like they put the song out in like 91 and it didn't catch fire until late 92-ish.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Deja Vu, Uptown Baby by Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, where you put it out at the end of 94 and it don't really catch fire until 96.
94?
Yes.
Nah, I didn't hear that till like 98, I think.
I'm sorry. They put it out in 96 and then it caught fire in maybe 98.
Oh, wow.
I think. Yeah, but it was like a 2-year stretch where they put it out and it ain't did nothing. And then all of a sudden it catch fire and you can't keep it off the radio. Right. And so while Luther is great, I think Luther at his greatest may be better than Johnny Gill. Like Luther's peak is better than Johnny Gill. Like Luther's perform, like Luther's all. Well, you know what? I can't even say that because what's Luther's best song in your opinion?
Oh man, his best song. Damn, he got a lot.
He got a lot of songs, bro.
I love Never Too Much. I love Superstar.
Yeah, I love Superstar.
A House Is Not a Home. I don't know, like
all of them are on different albums too now.
Yeah, any one of those to me. Yeah,
my favorite Luther song is probably Here and Now.
That was good.
I think that's probably, and that's my opinion now. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's probably the one I like the most. Is Here and Now. Is Here and Now a better song than My My My?
Oh man, I think it is. I think I will say it is. Just for the instrumentation and the Luther's vocals and the hook, the chorus.
Right.
I think that's like one of those ones that when people hear it, like they know this is Luther. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Whitney had her ballads and came on, that was, you knew that was Whitney. Like when Here and Now comes on, that's like a signature Luther song.
Right. Right. Even when I watched the Luther documentary on CNN, did you see the Luther documentary on CNN?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And you remember when Luther was like, I put out all this great music, but I'm not really accepted. Remember, he was like, he was like, man, I want to be the star. Remember, he had all this great music. And he had all that great music. Now remember, and I know this is offensive to Luther fans, but Freddie Jackson was kicking his ass on the charts. Like Freddie Jackson, like every time Freddie came out, Freddie had a number. Everything Freddie Jackson touched for a 8-year stretch went straight to number one as soon as it was released. Right. As soon as it was released, it was number one on the charts. Right. Because people just, for some reason, they just liked the chubby, sensitive balladeer from New York. Right. There's a pun intended there, everybody. There was a pun intended there. Right. But Luther didn't really take over until that 91 album. He became the man. Yeah. When he started getting his Grammys. Remember, he beat Stevie Wonder and he got a Grammy over Freddie Jackson, Keith Sweat, Stevie Wonder's Q Sweat, Freddie Jackson, everybody, he got a Grammy over them.
Right.
Right. And he was like, finally.
Yeah, because he got snubbed like 9 times or something like that.
Yeah, he got snubbed because he was he wasn't a ham sandwich. He was great,
right,
but not commercially great. Right. And he won a Grammy, I think, in 91. And if you remember the songs that came out in 91, Peabo Bryson had Can You Stop the Rain?
Right.
On the radio in 91. Yeah. There was like two mixed groups. Like there was a group that always was standing by the bus stop singing I will do for you. Woo, woo, like and then the black kid would always step up front and growl, and then they bring the chubby guy back out and he'd sing. And then there was another All for One. All for One
was 91. I thought I was like 94 or something.
No, that was 91. That was 91.
The I Swear song, that was in 91. That was like 95 or something like that, 94.
But you sure?
I forget. Yeah, I forget the year All for One came out. It had to be. It was like during Boyz II Men when they were out.
Yeah, you rock. Yeah. Ooh, was it? I think you're right. I don't know if it was 94 though. I think I'm wrong with the time frame, but I don't know if it's 90. Is it 94? I swear. Is that 94?
I think that was like. Let me see.
I thought that was
94. Yeah, 94.
Okay, that was 94.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm wrong. I apologize, everybody. I was wrong.
Yeah, I think you were talking more of like, I thought you were talking about Troop when you said 91.
No, not Troop. No? The group I'm talking about had the Spanish dude in it, and they had the dude.
Oh, Color Me Bad.
They had a dude in there looked like George Michael. Remember the dude looked like George Michael in the group, and then they had the Spanish looking dude.
Yeah.
So but still, even then, man, I still think, man, that Johnny was on fire. I don't think it's up for debate. I think Tory B is wrong about Luther. Right? And I'm saying this. I'm saying it with luck because Tory B know music.
Right.
You remember Tory B used to be up here like shutting it down, talking about music. Yeah. I mean, she wrong about Adina Howard. But she know her stuff though.
Yeah, I think it's you just like Adina Howard.
I like Adina Howard. I like Adina Howard.
Yeah.
I played T-shirt and panties the other day, and Ms. Vogue was like, "Turn that shit off." Wow. She's like, "Turn that shit." Mo was like, "That's trash." I'm like, "Girl, what's wrong with you?"
Man.
But on the Johnny Gill thing though, whether you put Johnny with a dynamic female singer or in a group of rappers or in a group of individual solo singers or by himself or in Head of State, which is the group he's in now with Bobby and Ralph.
Right.
Whatever group you put him in, man, he's dynamic, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even Heads of State, not even a real group. I just feel like that was something they just made up.
Just to make money? They
haven't dropped anything.
They haven't dropped anything. But anytime you attach Ralph Tresvant to something, bro, there's always gonna be delays. Anytime you put Ralph in something, man, no disrespect, but I'm sure if Mint Condition wanted to do an album right now, they'd have an album out by spring.
Wow.
Right. If Troop wanted to do something, and one of Troop's members has passed away, but if Troop wanted to do something, they'd have an album out by spring. Right. New Edition, if they want to do something, they're gonna tell you they want to do it for 50 years and not do nothing.
They ain't drop nothing yet.
Yeah, they ain't gonna drop nothing. Now BBD on the other hand,
right.
Belle Biv DeVoe will drop stuff.
Yeah.
Right. They'll drop stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they have an album. They had an album come out the same day as the Last Tribe album. You remember the Last Tribe album came out?
Yeah.
I think they albums came out on the same day, and they have a joint on that album with SWV, and it's fire.
That was dope. Yeah.
Fire.
Finally.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a good album.
It's fire. It's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Is Luther Vandross better than Dave Hollister? Is Johnny Gill better than Dave Hollister? I'm sorry.
I think he is. Yeah. Dave Hollister slept on. He's underrated. If you're going by like hit records, I think we got to give it to Johnny. Vocally, I think they both great.
They're both great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're both great.
Yeah.
Dave Hollister, in my mind, is a one-hit wonder. I think Dave Hollister is forgettable.
Well, what hit are you going off of, the Blackstreet joint or his own solo album?
I think he had a very good Chicago '85 joint.
Right. Yeah.
After that, all the other stuff that I search for is the same stuff, recycle, repackage.
See, I like Ghetto Hymns. That was the first solo album, and he had Eric Sermon produce some stuff, and Redman was on the album, and he had the baby mama drama song.
Yeah, and he sounded like Horace Brown. He sounded like Horace Brown. Yeah. Yo, the Horace Brown joint wasn't bad, bro.
That was dope. Yeah.
I like it. Now, did it do what it was supposed to do? Nah. Because it had too many. I think it had too many. I think Horace Brown was maybe like trying to be the male Mary J. Blige, and it just didn't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to be the male version of Miss Jones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just didn't. You remember Miss Jones?
Yes.
Okay. I think he was trying to be like the male version of that of Yvette. You remember Yvette Michelle?
Yvette Michelle, yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to like the male version of that.
I don't know, because I never heard, like, I remember when Yvette came out and people was like, they didn't think she could sing. They were just like, the album was driven by the beats, and we didn't hear from her after that.
Yvette Michelle, that every night, every day joint.
I like it though. It was good promotion by Loud Records. It's just, so like I didn't hear nothing after that.
Bro, you want to start a party? Play that what's the joint? What's the joint with the little girl, the little busybody, the little cutie pie? Come home late, barely then you beat the sun. Something tapping my shoulder. Something get you some.
What's
her name?
Sunshine Anderson.
Yeah. You want to start your party, bro?
Yeah.
You want to start your party? Yeah. Sunshine Anderson. Heard it all before.
Yes, heard it all before.
When the little beat come on.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you I seen 1,000 women put not at one time. I'm talking about when you go to parties. I bet you I seen over 1,000 women put their drink down and just go straight to the floor. Like F that drink. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Heard it all before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Tori B said, we can't debate Luther and Johnny when not even Johnny would take himself over Luther. Out of respect. Rest in heaven, Luther Vandross. He would out of respect, because that man is in the upper room. Like, Luther Vandross is busy right now doing other stuff, right? And so he probably out of respect. But if there was a microphone on the stage and one person can sing,
right?
I think Johnny be like, Luther, hold my beer.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think he would.
He would.
No.
Absolutely.
He was in LSG, and LSG had Joe Levert and Keith Sweat. I don't think he felt like he was the best one in LSG.
Who?
Johnny Gill. Like you have to give it up for Gerald and
Gerald is great.
Keith Sweat.
And Keith Sweat is great. Yeah, both of them are great.
Yeah.
Both of them are great. But when you listen to the LSG albums, bro, you know who the man is, bro. You know who the man, because on the first joint, is Gerald and Keith. Remember that? Yes. It's Gerald and Keith, and Johnny is like the second wheel. Remember, because he came in like late. Right. Johnny, Keith, and Gerald already had. But on the second album,
that might have been done by design, though. That might have been like, let's give Johnny more vocal time on the second one.
Yeah, let's let the real singer sing. That's probably what they were saying.
No.
And peace to Gerald Levert, may he also rest in heaven. Right. And listen, I think Gerald Levert is a powerful, soulful singer. I don't know if he's in this conversation. I think he's in the next conversation we have, like on the tier under this one.
Okay.
Like in the tier of in that tier of who's a great singer?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, Chopper, don't you?
Tevin Campbell, Donald Jones, Joe, Maxwell, D'Angelo. There's a lot.
I would say there's levels to this. There's levels to this. That you're complicating the conversation with facts, bro. Like, you gotta let me talk off emotion, bro. You can't just be throwing facts in the day, because you throwing facts in the conversation, bro.
Right.
Like, when you talk about the levels to it, bro.
Right.
Stevie can sing, man.
Yeah.
Stevie can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
I never looked at him as I think Luther is way better than Stevie, and it's no disrespect to Stevie. Stevie make great music. Right. Stevie makes great music. And how I know Stevie's voice is not upper echelon is because I heard other people remake his songs and they sound better.
Yeah, but that don't mean he's not a great singer. It's just that sometimes the renditions will sound better.
The renditions, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm saying he's great, but there are times. Yeah. What's the song you said might be the greatest love song of all time? It was the Stevie song.
Was it Overjoyed? Was it that one?
Oh, no, not Overjoyed.
No.
Is it Overjoyed?
I can't remember.
It might be Overjoyed. It might be. Yeah. Oh yeah, because one of those songs, he like, man. Yeah. I'm gonna say we all agree that Johnny Gill is better than Luther. Is that?
I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say that. I said he's great. I didn't say he's better than Luther.
Okay, so but we agree that he's better than Dave Hollister.
I mean, if you want to go like song for song, I would say he's better. Like vocally, I feel like they both great.
They both are great. Right. I just think Dave may be corny. Like, I would rather listen to Joe than listen to Dave Hollister, if that makes sense. And not in this, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying it's my preference.
He was no.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean, Joe was great in his own right. He can sing. He was everything. So, I got to give him some credit for that. But I mean, it's a lot of great singers. Johnny's a legend. He's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Dave Hollister was great. Donald Jones was great. There's a lot of great singers. It's just the record labels didn't know how to promote them, or they wanted to put them with a rapper and have like a hip hop R&B song or whatever.
Right. I think Dave Hollister is, and no disrespect to Genuine, but I think Dave Hollister is in that group with Genuine.
Is that good or bad?
It's good because they were successful.
Right.
Yeah, they successful. And I think they both had like 4 or 5 hits.
No, Genuine got more than 5 hits, man.
Genuine?
Yes, he got more than 5 hits.
Okay.
I mean, he had a run, right? Pony was his first joint. Yeah, Pony.
Yeah, Pony was fire.
Pony was fire. You know what I'm saying? He had he did the When Doves Cry rendition on the first album, right? He had Only When You're Lonely. He had other hits on the first album, and then the second one, So Anxious, one of my favorites from him.
So Anxious is fire.
Yeah, None of Your Friends' Business. What's the Difference? Next album, you know what I mean? Like he had hits on all of his albums. Like he had a run. It's not like he just was some one hit wonder.
Yeah, he was all right. Right. He was like no, I agree with you because his run. Okay, I'll say this. Though I prefer Carl Thomas, I think Genuine might have been a better artist than Carl Thomas. Though I prefer Carl Thomas.
He was. I mean, he was a better dancer. Like he could dance. He could do moves. You know, Carl Thomas wasn't a dancer, but
no,
I mean, I think Carl vocally might have been better than Genuine.
Carl Thomas is for real R&B.
Yes.
Like he for real R&B. He had the R&B look. He had the little teeny curl. Like he had the R&B look. Like he had the turtleneck sweaters. Like hugging on your girl. You know what I'm saying? Driving expensive cars down the street.
Right.
He had the Stalker song. Well, it just
I
the
wish.
Stalker song. Yeah. Like Carl Thomas was like F them kids. Like Carl Thomas. But I prefer Carl Thomas. I think I have 2 Carl Thomas albums, and both of them are dope. I have the one from 2010, and then I have the one from 2000. Both are dope. To me, both are classic.
Yeah.
I would say Dave Hollister is in that group with Christopher Williams.
Yeah. He's dope. Christopher Williams is a great singer.
Yeah. You know, he dissed me on Twitter one time. Every time I say that man's name, I'll be like, yo, this dude sunned me on Twitter.
I remember you told us that.
I need to get over that, right? I need to be an adult. Like that man talking about who the hell is Uncle Freezy. I'm like, who the hell is Christopher Williams?
Right.
You know, and I need to grow up. So you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Is Johnny as good or better than Al B. Sure?
Yes. Better than Al B. Sure. Yeah. Better singer. Who had the better album? I don't know. That's hard. I love Al B. Sure's first album. I love Johnny's self-titled album.
The second self-titled album, because he had he came out with one. It was that thing didn't sell wood.
Right. The 1990 album. That's the one I'm talking
about. The Motown album.
Yes, the Motown album.
Motown self-titled album.
Yeah. I think he's better than Al B. Sure. You know, Al B. Sure is a great songwriter. You know, he did a lot. You know.
Yeah, I think Al B. Sure is a very slept-on male vocalist. Yeah. Very, very slept-on male vocalist, and not that he is my preference for the singing archetype, because you know how my preference, and I didn't really know that this was a bias until I started talking to you about music. My preference is I shy away from that male high tenor range stuff.
Right.
Like I like more of the seasoned voice. It's the reason why I always pick Anita Baker over Sade. Like one person's voice is angelic and pristine, and the other one sounds like 2 packs of Newports every day, right? But it's dope, and I like it. Right? It's dope, and I like it. Right? I'm not knocking Anita Baker. What I'm saying is her voice is, she reminds me of those singers that come. She reminds me of the old school nightclub singers. You know what I'm saying? Like you go, like there's a nightclub you go to that sell dinner or whatever, like little caprese salad. You can kind of get the wine you want, and maybe they have like a singer that sings on Friday nights.
Right.
Like they don't do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like the artist just does a 2-hour set on Friday nights. Like that's what we have. I know y'all got it in the city. We got it down here where we can go to like a club or something like that, and there's a nightclub that we can go to, and it's the same singer, and she got her band, and you know her, you know the band,
Right.
and she does like a 2-hour set like on Fridays. And so I'm not gonna go every Friday, but I'll go like every 2 months or so. We'll like, hey, you want to go check out such and such? And so that's what Anita Baker reminds me of, like a talented singer that deserves a record deal, but maybe doesn't have one. Maybe she's undiscovered.
Right.
But she's a fantastic singer doing original music.
Yeah.
That's the type of voice that I like. So when we have the conversations, notice I hadn't mentioned DeBarge or Tony Thompson or Chucky Booker or Ralph Tresvant or Eddie Kendricks. You know, so I hadn't mentioned any of them. Or what's my guy from what's my guy that in that group they had the song Gloria? Or you remember Jesse Powell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. The people, Kenny Lattimore.
Kenny Lattimore.
You know, yeah.
Salute,
like,
salute.
Yeah. A lot wise in the building. Salute. I think I prefer that, and that's the reason why maybe I prefer Johnny over a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? So
because you don't see Johnny as like one of those nightclub artists.
I see Johnny is exactly that.
Okay.
Like that talented person that deserves more credit than they get. You know what I'm saying? But the guys that have the high voice, that get out front and dance and know what to do with the microphone. For instance, I prefer Johnny Gill over Usher.
Okay.
I prefer Johnny Gill over Chris Brown. I prefer Johnny over Ralph.
Right.
I prefer Johnny over Ricky. Right. It's like certain voices I just prefer. I prefer Christopher Williams over others. And not saying he's the greatest. I'm just saying that he's I prefer Johnny Gill over Tony Terry. You remember Tony Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think he's probably the GOAT, bro, in my eyes. Sam Cooke, like he's out of it. But everyone else, you know. Yeah, and so are there artists out there that you would take over Johnny?
Stevie Wonder.
What?
He's for one. Yeah.
What?
I mean, when I hear songs in the Key of Life or Intervisions, that reminds me of like what R&B used to sound like. What it should sound like now.
That's day one. Every time we talk about the greatest, they always bring up songs in the Key of Life.
That's one of the best R&B albums ever. What do you mean? You have to bring that up, bro.
It's definitely a top 50 R&B album all time, bro. Like whether you rank it 50 or 1, to me, I think the Guy album is top 5. The original, the Guy album, the Jam, that album.
Yeah,
I think it's top 5. I think the New Edition album is possibly top 5. I think the Albie Shore album, possibly the Bobby Brown album.
Yeah.
The Don't Be Cruel album.
Yeah.
He got some joints. He got some joints on there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my cool. If Tory B make one more Stevie Wonder reference, I'm telling you, I'm flipping out. I'm telling you, I'm flipping out if Tory B make one more Stevie Wonder reference. It's like that's day one. Can we have a conversation about R&B without talking about songs in the Key of Life? It's cool.
No, we can't.
It's cool.
There's no songs in the Key of Life right now in this era, so we got to bring that one up all the time.
It's all right. I mean,
it's all right. Wow.
I mean, listen, man. To be honest with you, I respect your opinion, and I respect the opinions of others. I'm saying just because I believe something doesn't mean it's the whole truth, right? What I'm saying is that it's other stuff out there, bro. The Control, in my mind, the Control album is better than Songs in the Key of Life, bro.
That's a great album. One of Janet's best albums. I agree. Right?
The Control album?
I think for me, like when I listen to R&B now, when I'm older, like when I was younger, it was all about New Jack Swing for me and that era of 90s, R&B and the raunchiness. I think now that I'm older, I appreciate the 70s R&B more now because it was more tasteful. It was more. It was a traditional sound that I don't hear that in R&B now.
No,
you know what I'm saying. So when I go back to when I keep saying Songs in the Key of Life, or when I mention the stylistics or the dramatics, or whoever from the 70s, and I think that decade was like one of the best R&B.
Bro, Tavares had an album come out in 1978 or 1979, one of them.
Right.
The album that had A Penny for Your Thoughts on it. Bro, you could put that right now and drive to Texas, bro. No skips.
Right.
I promise you, bro. I promise. It's other dope albums out there, like Songs in the Key of Life. Like I was talking to Ty Barbie. Ty Barbie, if you watching this, you the main one. Like Ty Barbie, if you watching it, you the main culprit, bro. You can't have a conversation about music without talking about Songs in the Key of Life. I think R. Kelly had great R&B albums.
He did.
Songs in the Key
I
of Life.
I was just talking about the 70s though. Like
the 70s, right?
Yes, I was just talking about the 70s. I think the 70s was like one of the best.
Right. Oh, indeed. And look, Alawai's here, and he with me, bro. He like, yo, Johnny Gill. What's everybody else talking about? It's like it's Johnny Gill. Why are we even bringing up anybody else? It's Johnny Gill, and I agree.
Over Luther?
Yes.
Nah.
Luther albums be mid, bro.
I got Luther, man.
Nah, I ain't got Luther, bro.
Johnny. Okay, so how many classics do you feel like Johnny has? Does he have one? Does he have two?
You mean albums or songs?
Songs. I mean albums by himself, not with New Edition. Like albums as a solo artist. How many classics do we have?
One.
Okay, exactly. Okay, so you're comparing that one classic album to a whole Luther catalog. He's not winning that. That was a versus right now. He's losing. You're not winning that.
Man, hey man, Luther, I love you. Luther, I love you, big bro. I love Luther, and I'm the main one that said, Luther, don't get a Jerry curl, get a classy curl. Like Luther, why you in here getting that cheap Jerry curl? The Jerry curl $4.99. Get the classy curl $9. Like, and sure, with the classy curl, you gonna have to put the plastic cap on just to keep it straight. But when you take that cap off, bro, you look Dominican, bro.
Did it?
I swear to God, Triborough, I swear to God, bro. Yo, chat. Don't tell me y'all don't remember Classy Curl, the one you had to keep the bottle with you and you had to keep spraying it and keep the cap on. Come on, bro. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't remember Classy Curl?
Yeah, Johnny had a Jerry curl at one point, right?
Yeah, he got a texturizer in his head on the
right.
Yeah, but that's like the one Dominique Wilkins had, the S curl. Remember S curl?
S curl, yeah.
They just put S curl. They didn't go all the way. They didn't go full. You know what I'm saying? They ain't go full Puerto Rican. They just went like halfway Puerto Rican with theirs, like their haircut and all that. So, but bro, hand to the man. Listen, Luther. I know Luther looking down on us right now and is saying and is glad we just talking about and giving Luther praise, right? But if Luther would have went, I promise you, if Luther would have went with a classy curl and put dot in the front and kept that plastic cap on, Cedric the Entertainer would be out of a job. Hand to the man, bro. Like when you go ahead, you can't just go budget on everything, bro. Like, yo, Tori be in my Lion King. Yo, y'all know I'm yo. You can't go path mark for everything. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you just gotta go to Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just go. You just can't do budget for everything. Like you can't. You know what I'm saying? Go budget and go get Jerry curl. You don't even know who Jerry is. They spelled Jerry funny. Like yo, you can't get the off-brand curly kit, bro. You can't go. Come on, Luther.
Man, we talking music here. You talking about the man's hairstyle, yo.
Why? You telling me you ain't never laughed at Luther? Hair.
Nah. I mean, that was back then. Like when he came out, I was like a kid. So I mean, I guess that was the style. I wasn't wearing my hair like that. So
nah,
I guess that was the style back then, you know.
Nah, that was some people's style. That wasn't my style.
Right.
Nah, bro. I still had cornrows, bro. I had cornrows, braided the my scalp tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I remember dude asked my father, he's like, "You the only one in the hood that ain't got an S curl." And he's like, "And we're gonna keep it that way." Like, but anyways. Would you take Johnny over Freddie Jackson?
Yes.
I think I would too.
And you love Freddie Jackson, so I'm surprised you said that.
I love Freddie Jackson. Yeah, I love Freddie Jackson. I love the whole Hushtown management crew. I love Melba Moore, Melissa Morgan, Freddie Jackson, Lilo Thomas. I loved all of them. I think they whole sound. What I said a Jerry curl in a shag. Yo, he said Johnny had a shag in the back. I look like Chuck Booker, like Ralph. Yo, that's them Boston dudes, bro. But Boston dudes did that, bro. I don't think dudes from New York did that. I know for a fact dudes from Jersey City ain't did that, bro. Dudes from Jersey City, like they had just caught onto this thing called waves. Like waves was a brand new thing in Jersey City. Right. Like dudes was trying to get waves. I remember dudes used to have waves in the top and then the sides be flat. Like they didn't know how to get the 360s yet. Why did you remember that? Remember when dudes only had waves in the top? Like they just kept brushing the top of their hair. They ain't did nothing on the sides. Right. Got parts or something. But I would take Freddie. I mean, I would take Johnny over Freddie Jackson. And the reason why I would is as someone who purchased Freddie Jackson albums, I was always it was always like one listen for me and I put it up. Right. Because it might have like 9 songs on it. Yeah. And you might get one song like Dance Tonight, or I'm sorry, Jam Tonight. Jam Tonight. Right. The Jam Tonight. You might get one of those songs and like 9 or 10 other You Are My Ladies on there. Right. And you like, I know this is your thing, big dog, but you got to diversify your portfolio. Your album is good. Like the production is great. The singing is great. The harmonies are great. Right. Everything is great. Except it's like a Conway the Machine. Every song is the same thing mixed up in different order.
No, Conway is the subject matter is different now. Okay. He's getting more into his life, and that's good.
Good. Yeah. Who would you say in this conversation with Johnny versus the Field is untouchable?
Like everybody we mentioned.
Ooh.
Stevie Wonder, Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, R. Kelly. Who else? I mentioned some names. I mentioned Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell is a great singer.
Yeah.
Tevin Campbell's fourth, was it his fourth album? Might have been his best.
Which one? The fourth album. I don't think he dropped 4 albums.
The third album?
He had 3 albums.
So he had 3 albums, right? The third album was the best.
No, I mean, I think I'm Ready was the best one to me. That's the second one.
There was an album after I'm Ready.
Right. I forgot the name of that one. Yeah, there was an album.
That one was a flop. And then there was one after that he got back to.
I didn't even hear that one. I didn't hear the fourth one.
The third album, the album you're talking about after I'm Ready had Back to the World on it. Get back to the world. Yeah, and all that. And we were trying to figure out what is he doing? And then there was an album after that.
Okay.
I think it was an album after that where it was more like the second album, not the first one.
Right.
Not Tomorrow Will. Not that.
Okay.
Right. The more like I'm Ready.
Okay.
Right. I think if I'm remembering correctly, if not, man, y'all pardon me. But I think there was an album that he did later that was more strictly R&B, and he did his thing on it.
I gotta hear that one.
I'd have to find it just to make sure. I'll ask the Googles just to make sure that I'm not doing disinformation. Right. Let me see. You would take Johnny over Tevin Campbell? I'm asking just for clarity.
That one is tough. I don't know. I think Tevin Campbell is great too. You know.
That I think this is yeah. His fourth album is self-titled Tevin Campbell, released in 1999.
I didn't hear that one.
So that's Tevin. So there's Tevin. I'm Ready. Back to the World, the one that we just mentioned, and then Tevin Campbell self-titled. And it didn't really do much, but I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah. Are there any female singers that you would take over Johnny?
Mary J. Blige, only because that's my favorite. I know how you feel about Mary. She's my favorite.
I think Mary is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, I think Mary J. Blige is the greatest female singer of all time.
Right.
Y'all can fight me on it if y'all want to, but I'm ready.
Whitney was great.
Mariah was great.
There's a couple of Faith Evans. I like Faith Evans. I think she's underrated.
I think her album's deep.
You don't like her albums?
No.
Really?
No.
None of them?
I like Faith, but I don't like her albums.
Oh man. Her albums were great, man.
I just can't. The first album, I'm digging.
Yeah.
The other albums though.
You didn't like the second one? Keep the Faith and
Faithfully.
Yeah, Faithfully was one of her. That's her last one on Bad Boy.
Yeah,
you didn't like that?
I think so. For one, I think she does a lot of covers, right? And then she does a lot of pseudo disco type joints that I'm not really feeling.
Right.
I love her deep cuts, like the emotional love songs, the deep cuts. I love those.
Right.
Like her albums will definitely have a smash on it. But look, like the joint that came out in 99, was it 98, 99?
That was that Keep the Faith? I think that was like around that time.
Faithfully, her and Carl Thomas?
Faithfully was in the 2000s though.
Oh, okay.
2003, I think.
The joint she came out in 99, her and Carl Thomas, the one that Shine was on a remix.
They Can't Believe joint?
Yeah,
that was like 03 or something like that. Cause that was on the Faithfully album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think she always has like a dance cut on there like that. That's
I mean, look at the label she was on. She was on Bad Boy. So that's that's what they're gonna put out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But I like the Bad Boy deep cuts. Like I like the Carl Thomas album.
Mhm.
Like I'll tell you an album full of deep cuts, and it's a slept on R&B album. The first 112 album.
Oh yeah, that was good.
To me, is one of the greatest R&B albums of all time.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna say it's good. It's as good as album X that we keep talking about.
Right.
But for that time, might have been the best. And I think it came out. Like a month after New Edition's album came out, which in '96 I also think is one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah, Home Again was great.
Yeah.
Tamia, I think is a great singer. You know, I think she doesn't get a lot of fanfare. You know.
Would you take her or A. Marie?
Tamia. I'd take Tamia.
Over
A. Marie. See, I was telling you the other night, like especially in the 2000s, like for R&B, there was a lot of pretty faces, but they really couldn't sing though. Like when you have people like Ciara and Ashanti and Olivia and Nivea, they were all pretty, but they couldn't sing.
Tweet,
right?
And Nicole Ray,
right?
And yeah,
naming all of them. No, Nicole Ray actually could sing. She could sing. She has a different sound now than she did when she was with Missy and Timbaland.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But a lot of them were pretty, but they couldn't sing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like A. Marie. She should have been a model. She gorgeous, but I don't think she could sing. She got hit records. And I no disrespect to people that love A. Marie. She gorgeous.
What are we saying, dog?
She was in the wrong career. She should have been a model.
Man, come on, dog. A. Marie.
I'm saying for me, you got to understand, like, I'm not from this era. Like, I grew up on my mom playing Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight. Those are real singers. There was no A. Marie in the 80s.
There was no A. Marie.
You know what I'm saying? Who was A. Marie in the 80s? I want to hear this. Who was A. Marie in the 80s?
I don't think there was an A. Marie in the 80s because there was mostly girl groups. Remember, the 80s was like the explosion of like girl groups. I don't know, dog. What you said about A. Marie set me back, bro.
She had some big records. I'm saying vocally, was you going to spend money to see A. Marie live?
Yes.
You was, okay. So you just like A. Marie then. You just more like her more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like Jill Scott came out in that time, NDRE, Alicia Keys, who else?
They was
Music Soul Child. You know what I'm saying? Glenn Lewis. I know you love Glenn Lewis. Like those to me were like real singers. Like that's who I was checking for.
Music Soul Child ain't a real singer.
Come on, man. Don't do that to music, man.
Music Soul Child is a
that, man.
Yo, all his songs is the same melody, bro.
No, it's not the same melody. What are you talking about?
Crazy. Nah, man, get the fuck. You can't fool me, bro. I'm talking about Music Soul Child, not Strawberry, everybody. Like Music Soul Child is he to me, Music Soul Child is Frank Ocean, bro. They the same dude. They the same dude, bro. Ain't no talent.
They don't make the same music, man. That's not.
They don't. Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Frank Ocean ain't dropped nothing in like how long? Like, what you talking about?
Cause he tried.
Nah, man. He going through stuff, man. He has some stuff going on with him.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna front, bro. Like every time I hear artists say, "Man, I got stuff going on," bro. Really? You have stuff going on?
Yeah, I mean, he had like a lot of personal stuff going on with him right now. So, I mean, he gave us a classic album. Channel Orange was great. I loved it. The Blonde album was dope. You didn't like it, so you're not a fan of Frank Ocean.
Bro, I swear to God, I keep deleting that album out of my phone and it keeps showing back up, bro. I delete that album on my phone and I'll be scrolling and it be back.
Now, what does that tell you? That's telling you something. Maybe you should keep it
That's
and listen to it.
Never buy another Frank Ocean album because I can't delete it.
Wow.
I'll be deleting that album, bro. I deleted that album twice and looked at my phone and there it is.
Keisha Cole, I like Keisha Cole. I've heard people say that she can't sing or they didn't like her live or whatever. You know what I mean? I thought she was good. I think she's good. She has a lot of hit records.
I think she all right.
She's all right. Okay.
She all right.
So we could agree on that she's okay.
Her or Fantasia.
Fantasia is a better singer.
Fantasia.
But I know more Keisha Cole songs than Fantasia songs. So.
You know what? Touche.
But I did watch Fantasia win on American Idol. So like,
right.
I know who she is.
Right. She can sing.
Yeah, she can sing.
She can sing. Right. I would say this back to the Faith thing. I love Faith guest appearances, bro.
Okay.
Like I love Faith guest appearances, bro.
Right.
I love Faith Evans in combination with all the way back to the big remix. I think that was Faith.
Oh, you talking about the one with Chance remix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way back to that.
Right.
I won't take Faith over Johnny, and I won't take any of those artists that you said over Johnny, except Aretha Franklin and Gladys Knight. Right.
But what about Coach said? Coach said Brandy. What about Brandy?
No, I ain't. No.
Brandy, Monica? No. I'm just asking. I want to see what you think about them.
No, I ain't taking over Johnny. No, I'm not saying that they're not dope. I think they're dope, right? But not over Johnny though.
Okay.
Johnny is special.
What about the singers right on the screen that Coach said? Luther, Marvin, Stevie, Teddy, Gerald Levert.
No.
Al Green. You don't think Al Green is good?
I love Al Green, bro. And it's a travesty he had terrible material.
What?
If Al Green
has terrible material?
Yes, bro. Listen, hey, Trot. When I promise you,
go
back and listen to Al Green songs. They're so basic, right? They're so basic. They like, hey Al, hey, you tired of being alone? And he just about to say, I'm so tired of being. He will take that song to the moon. But when you read the lyrics on the screen, you like, they gave this dude. What the fuck?
Wow.
This is not songs in the key of life that y'all gave Al Green. Y'all hear me? Like Al Green is one of my personal favorites. Right. But he's not singing what's going on. Al Green is not singing the Trouble Man soundtrack.
Yeah, but he had his own classic albums though.
Yeah, he did. What I'm saying is my guy is a great singer. His material was just whack.
Nah,
they was giving him James Brown material. Hey, James, it's a man's world. It's a man's world. Man's world. He was singing James Brown material, bro. It's not like he was singing like music. Like, think about it. You remember how great lyrics were in the 60s? Like they like the songwriter painted the picture, right, of a thing, and it built to a crescendo. There was a bridge. I mean, I'm sorry. There was a bridge, a chorus, a crescendo, right? That's what made songs dope, right? A form. It was like a thing, a formula for a song. They like, Al, you're heartbroken. Al just sang his heartbroken for like 7 minutes, right? And listen, and it sounds so good. It's like, who else had trash material? Al had trash material, bro. But he turned that trash into treasure, bro. Right? He took because listen, if I asked everybody to name 10 Marvin Gaye songs, they could do it.
Mhm.
If I asked you to name 10 Al Green songs, we'd be like,
No, that's not true. That's not true. He had songs that were sampled by other artists that were already like classic songs for him before they sampled it.
No, yeah, I know, I agree. I'm saying he made them classics, right? But what I'm saying is, when you look at him, you're like, like you remember the day we broke down the song "Slippin'" by DMX? Remember that? When we read it line for line to see what DMX was saying, and DMX was pouring his heart out to the audience. He was legitimately begging for help in every line. He was telling you he was abused as a child, how he was put in homes, and how he had to try to find his way as a 9-year-old kid, trying to find his way on the streets with a dog. The dog was the only family he had. Remember that? Like, he legit was putting that into his lyrics, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. I think Al Green just didn't sing nothing like that. He just was tired of being alone. Let's stay together. Even his gospel stuff is dope. Right? But the material is like, hey, Al, you love the Lord. Oh, I love the Lord. And he would sing that song to, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas I'll say this, like a Luther Vandross song is going to be super complex. Luther Vandross had the greatest songwriters to ever have done it, writing for him and coaching him. Richard Marx and them, no, sing this part like this, Luther. This is what you think about when you sing this part, Luther. And Luther is just like nailing it, right? And so, but when you talk about Al Green don't have that, bro. It's like Al Green is a greater version of the Isley Brothers.
Oh Lord!
Like,
you don't like the Isley Brothers, so that's not a compliment. No,
I'm saying Al Green to a greater extent is what I'm saying.
Is he better than Isley Brothers to you?
Yeah, they ain't need no man. Yo, why are you trying to disrespect me on national
I'm just
TV,
asking.
Chat, y'all see how he went from my jugular just now? he was shaking my jugular just now, like on national TV, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but to the Johnny Gill thing though, man, not gonna lie to you, the early Johnny, when you listen to the early Johnny was singing his, but he didn't have great material.
Right.
They didn't know what to do with Johnny Gill because Johnny Gill at 14, 15, 16 years old sounded like a grown man. Right?
Right.
And Johnny Gill, I think Johnny Gill is like 2 years older than us. Like there's a few, like I'm the same age as a couple of dudes in New Edition, right? Johnny Gill is like 2 or 3 years older than us, right? So he's not way older, but a little bit, right? So when he joins New Edition, he brings a level of maturity to New Edition in vocals, but he had already been that since he was like 14.
Right.
Like when you listen to the Johnny Gill song off the Johnny album, you like, I can't really believe like this dude, this 14-year-old dude sounds like D-Train.
Right.
You remember D-Train?
Yeah.
Keep on. Keep on. And he was like 14. So it's like, are you not really rocking with it because it don't sound genuine, if that makes sense. Right? It just didn't sound, how is a 15-year-old with such a powerful voice singing to a 15-year-old girl with a voice like that?
Right.
And you're like, but then when you put them with the guys who that's exactly what they needed a mature voice. Now Johnny is in his bag. He get 2 or 3 years of coaching with New Edition. And then by the time Motown wants to release more albums, he's got that New Edition. I'll be honest with you, bro. People say and I say it a lot, but I should say it in context. Without Johnny Gill on that Heartbreak album, I don't think New Edition go nowhere. But at the same time, if Johnny Gill doesn't ever have the New Edition experience, ain't nobody checking for no Johnny Gill, bro.
Right.
Like I don't think you checking for. I don't think you. The first time you see Rub You the Right Way, you're not really checking for that.
I mean, it's still good though, even without. I feel like the New Edition thing was like his cosign. Like he was. I think that's what had to happen. You put him in the group, and then they come out first, and then Johnny comes out after with his own album. Yeah, so that people are already familiar with them. They seen his face, and then they're gonna check for whatever he got coming out. So that happened. The way that it happened, I think it had to happen that way instead of like him coming out with his own album and then New Edition drops.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then they're like, well, who's Johnny Gill and why is he in New Edition? Where's Bobby?
That's the thing. See, the thing is, if Johnny doesn't join New Edition, his album doesn't come out in 90, it comes out in 88 for one.
Right.
Because he puts his albums back because he joined New Edition. Right. For one. Right. And if his albums come out at the same time as Heartbreak and Don't Be Cruel, I don't think you ever. I think he Johnny Kemp. I think he Jermaine Stewart, bro.
Nah, man, no.
Yeah.
Nah. Man.
Yeah, because
he's a better singer than them, though. He was a better singer than them.
Okay, so I will say this. He might have more vocal talent. Johnny Kemp is at that time a better singer. At that time, I think Johnny Kemp is a better singer, not because he has a more powerful vocals, but because Johnny Kemp can attach himself to the audience. Johnny Kemp is relatable.
Right.
The first joint that you probably hear from Johnny Kemp, he's singing about Payday.
Right. That was the Keith Sweat song that you passed up.
Yeah. Like he talking about Payday, bro. Like who can't relate to Payday?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Johnny Kemp is relatable. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Stewart is relatable. Rest in heaven, Johnny Kemp, and rest in heaven, Jermaine Stewart.
Right.
Like, golly, it seems like we do that all the time. But
yeah.
But yo, Jay Chosen One is in the building. Salute. Coach is in the building. Salute. No disrespect to Johnny. Johnny is my man, 50 grand. I love Johnny. But without New Edition, I think
they both needed each other. They both needed each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because he came at the right time.
Right. Right. Perfect combination, like Triborough said earlier.
Yeah.
Right. Because if Johnny never joins New Edition, I think he's David Peaston. You remember David Peaston?
No, I don't. Who's he?
He won the Apollo, like when the Apollo started coming on TV. He won the Apollo like 8 weeks in a row, and he got a record. I'll tell you who David Peaston is. David Peaston is the 80s version of Ruben Studdard. If you remember Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, I remember.
Like big guy, very smooth, velvety voice. Style is kind of, you don't know what style he is, but the vocal talent is there. You know what I'm saying? Like even now when Ruben Studdard sings Alexander O'Neal songs, you're like, damn, that could sound like Alex.
Right.
But when he sing his own joints, you like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like, so if Johnny comes out in 88 without New Edition, I think he's David Peaston. And there's no disrespect to my man. I'm doing a whole show about him, about how he's an all-time great.
Coach said BBD was way more dope than Johnny, Ralph, and even Bobby. Wow. That's a hot take. I mean, Bobby album came out the same day as Any Heartbreak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they both classic albums to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And Bobby's got 2 multi-platinum albums.
Right.
New Edition has...
They got 2, I think. They got 2.
I know the last one. No, I'm sorry. The last one is Hot Tonight.
Right.
That album that didn't go platinum.
The Bad Boy album.
Yeah, that joint. That album to me is good in a contemporary R&B way. Once you get past the first 8 songs,
right,
and then it's just New Edition. Yeah. Like once the Bad Boy stuff get out the way, and they start doing the New Edition stuff, it's a good album. It's a good album to listen to. But you got to get through that them trashy first bump. What was the group on Bad Boy? Bump.
B2K. They wasn't on Bad Boy though.
Was it B2K?
B2K? You talking about?
Yeah.
Nah, they wasn't on Bad Boy.
Okay.
Nah, New Edition got more than 2 platinum albums. The second one and Awful Love went platinum, and then Heartbreak and Home Again.
Wait a minute. So the first one didn't go platinum after all?
The first one. I mean, I'm going by what Google says. Google said it only went gold.
Talking about the Candy Girl album?
They don't even got the certifications for it though.
So the Candy Girl didn't go platinum.
It's not listed. If it went platinum, I don't see it. It's not listed.
You talking about the RIAA listing?
Yeah, for the certifications and all that.
That mean that album wasn't that good, bro.
No, it was good. It just even if it didn't go platinum, we know there's a lot of albums that were great that never went platinum.
Oh, there go to there.
Especially when it comes to rap, you know that. Especially when it comes to rap.
Nah,
a lot of the. I don't remember one time Tribe Called Quest going platinum, but they got classic albums.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So we didn't care about that. But I'm looking at the certifications, like for the second one that went double platinum, and All for Love went double platinum.
All for Love went
platinum. All for Love went platinum. The second one went double platinum. Heartbreak went double platinum, and Home Again went double platinum, and that went platinum in Canada too.
Oh wow, it went double. I just thought it went platinum, bro.
It went double platinum in the US and
double platinum. That joint went double platinum, bro.
Yeah, that was great. It was a great album.
I get. Oh, it was dope. Yeah. It was dope.
Yeah. So the only one that's gold here is Under the Blue Moon. Under the Blue Moon, the covers album.
Trash.
That's the only one I see. Everything else went platinum. So they got more than one platinum album.
Thank you, Johnny.
This is before Johnny. The second one went double platinum, and All for Love goes platinum. That's before Johnny.
All for Love is the second one, right?
That's the third one. That's the one with Count Me Out and Bobby. Bobby had already left.
Yeah,
like they took off his vocals, but he's still on the album cover.
My Secret, did you get it yet? And all that on it.
My Secret is on the second one. Third one is Count Me Out and a little bit of Love Is All It Takes and Whispers in Bed, Sweet Thing.
Wait a minute. Say the first two again. I'm sorry.
All right. The second album is the self-titled joint. That's what Cool It Now, Mr. Telephone Man. Right? That's the one that goes double platinum. The third one is All for Love. That's when Bobby left.
Right.
They like he's still on the album cover, but they took off his vocals from the record. That's the one with
they kicked him out.
Count Me Out. Count Me Out was the first single. You got a little bit of Love Is All It Takes. You got Sweet Thing.
That's 85, right? Is that 86? 85.
85. That was
85.
86 was Under the Blue Moon. That was the covers album.
Trash.
That one was gold. That's to be trash. It still went gold.
That's trash.
And then you got Heartbreak and Home Again. That went double platinum.
Heartbreaking. Not gonna lie to you, bro. The hype for the Heartbreak album was crazy. That was crazy. You talking about people waiting on the album? I remember when the lead single debuted. Right, the lead single debuted. Man, I Think I'm Somebody. I think I just got back from a place called Honduras, which is funny. So you get back from doing your thing, and the hottest album, the hype around this album is like crazy. And so people is like, yo, what you doing in the morning? Yo, first thing I'm doing in the morning, going to Sam Goody or whatever record store you go to. That was the talk back then. Right. Like, yo, I'm going to Sam Goody. I'm going to Crazy Eddie. I'm going to what's the other one? What was the one? It was a record store that bought up everybody. Oh jeez. It was a national record company chain. I forget.
Tower Records?
No, it wasn't Tower. It was they had like blue and yellow theme. And they used to have like the life-size posters of the artists and all that stuff when you walk in. And they'll have all the records that are on sale. They used to have them in the front. And then all the premiere records would be by the counter. Hey, matter of fact, I'll tell you, you'll remember the name as soon as I tell you this. They were the first store to put the security thing on their records.
Wasn't that the Wiz? The Wiz did that.
Was it the Wiz? It might have been the Wiz. It might have been the Wiz. Yeah. Yeah.
Camelot. Coach said Camelot. I never went to Camelot though.
Yeah, I never went to Camelot, but it might have been But I think it was the Wiz. They were the first ones to, with the record and the CD, had the wire thing on it with the where you can't if you walked out the store go crazy.
Right.
They were the first ones to do that.
Yeah.
It might have been music. Well, it might have been.
I didn't go to that one either.
Yeah, it might have been Music Land, and I guess it depends on where you were in the country.
Yeah,
because then I was in Texas. It might have been in Texas, but anyway, I remember going in the store, and they had this thing where you can buy the artist buttons, like you could buy the new edition buttons to put on like on your jacket or whatever.
Yeah, the
Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel or whatever with Bobby, the album covers was in the buttons or whatever. Yeah. So, but yeah, Johnny, if it wasn't for that, but I will say this too though, and to help Johnny Case, there were a lot of great singers that left groups and did solo albums. If you remember this group called Atlantic Starr, Atlantic Starr left. They lead singers left, and they had a song called "I Want to Be Rich."
Right.
I want to be rich. They had that. There was Michael Cooper had left Confunction. Right. Like the two lead singers of Confunction left. Like one dude went to produce a rapper on the West Coast called MC Hammer, and the other dude went solo with his own solo stuff.
Right.
James Taylor left Kool in the Game.
Yeah.
Right. Like a bunch of people left and went solo during this stretch, and they had moderate success. Yeah, Coach Philip Bailey also was doing solo stuff.
Yeah.
Phil Collins had left Genesis in 84.
That was like after, I want to say after the Invisible Touch album with Genesis, he left.
That was 83.
He was still doing like his own albums with Genesis though.
What year was that when him and Peter Gabriel left together? That was like 84.
But when Peter left Genesis, I forgot the year though. But the In the Air Tonight, I think that was 84, 85.
In the Air Tonight was 80.
No, that was after 1980. No,
yeah, that was 80.
No, that was after that.
He had a song called Susudio or
right, Susudio, yeah, right,
yeah. So, he said he left in the early 70s. Oh, I can't.
All right, so Studio was 85.
85, yeah. Right. And In the Air Tonight was 79, 80. It was on the
radio.
That
was like on this Studio. No, Studio came like, I think that was before In the Air Tonight, but I was in the 80s though. Right, they used In the Air Tonight on Miami Vice.
Yeah, I'm telling you, watch, when you Google it, you're gonna be like, "Yo, I didn't know."
I got the album, like I just don't want to go and get it, but I have the album. It might 80s. It
might be on there, bro. But I'm telling you, bro, I heard In the Air Tonight and a song called "Sailing" by Christopher Cross.
81. It was 81.
81. That's what I was saying. Like
you said 80. I was like about to say like 80. No.
Yeah.
81.
Yeah. So
but it didn't really get popular till Miami Vice. When they put it on Miami Vice.
Right, because it was a great song. But I'll tell you what song came out and like kind of knocked those songs off. It was a song by Tom Tom Club. Like as soon as you heard, you like the f is a Tom Tom Club,
right.
and it was like and
I know the song Mariah Carey sample for Fantasy. That song.
Right.
That was a great song.
Right. That was when that song was out. The in the Air Tonight song was out. The damn, I just forgot the other song. Christopher Cross Sailing won the Grammy in 80.
Yeah.
Whitehead and Peoples had a joint.
Right.
What's that Whitehead and Peoples song? Ain't nobody stopping us now.
Ain't no stopping us.
Yeah. They had a song that was out. Peaches and Herb had a song that was out. I can't remember. It wasn't the disco joint. It's like a slow jam, right? Because I know Peaches and Herb from doom 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 doom. That's what I know them from. And Irene Cara had a joint.
Yeah.
And at the same time,
was that the joint from Fame?
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to lie, bro. It might be, it might not.
All right, the joint, Genius of Love. That's the Tom Tom Club song.
Genius of Love. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Like in that era, like all of them were like post. All of them songs. And if my memory is right, and I'm just going off memory, all of those songs were post Donna Summer, Michael Jackson era songs. Like I think Michael Jackson might have had an album in like 79 or 80.
Yeah, off the wall.
Off the wall, yeah. And he killed the radio, and all those songs came like right after that, like Shannon, Let the Music Play.
Right.
And all those joints like came like right after that on the radio. Yeah. Coach said Sting. Coach, you know what the greatest song of all time is, right?
What's the greatest song?
Coach, love the Police, boy.
Yeah, Police was great.
That's Coach is my dog. Like me and Coach is my dog when it comes to. The only thing though is he won't listen to me when I tell him my top 3 songs of all time. Right? Like I think the top 3 songs of all time are Message in a Bottle, the Nirvana joint, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and I Shot the Sheriff.
By Marley?
Yeah, by Marley. Yeah, I Shot the Sheriff gotta be if I Shot the Sheriff ain't in people top 50 of all time, they just don't know what the hell they talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they just yeah. Yeah, so the Johnny thing, man. The Johnny thing, I know it seems like I'm all over the place with the Johnny thing, but I do think I'll give Johnny. How about I do this? I'll give Johnny his kudos. I just want to give Johnny his flowers. How about that? Right. And then wherever you rank Johnny at, you know what I'm saying? Then we just rank Johnny at.
If you think about it, Johnny and his New Edition member Bobby, they really got like one landmark album that made them who they are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny has the self-titled joint from 1990, and Bobby has the Don't Be Cool album from 88.
Ooh, I thought you was gonna say Humping Around.
No, I love that album, but it's not his signature album. Like his thriller album is Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they both have one landmark album for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you look at his discography, that like Coach said in the chat that he can't even name 5 songs from Johnny. I mean, I could name the whole 1990 album and then the joints on the Provocative album, and you know what I mean? So
I think we bugging. I think we hating on Johnny. But hey, just to shift gears right quick in these last 6 or 7 minutes. Right. I want to broach this topic with you.
Right.
How good was In Vogue?
They were great. They were great when it was all 4 of them. When it was Cindy and Terry, Maxine, Dawn, they were great.
I had somebody tell me that In Vogue is barely top 10 all-time female groups.
No, that's not true.
You know, I have them number 1.
Okay.
I have them number 1. I have SWV number 2. Right.
Okay.
Everybody gonna have their own list, right? I was told that their albums from greatness go backwards from the third album, the second album, and then the first album.
Nah, I did the third album. Like it was already like 3 members at that time. Like Dawn had left, and I know they re-released the album now this year. Got this like an anniversary for it, but
yeah,
I don't think it was I don't think it was as strong as Born to Sing and
Born to Sing. Yeah.
Funky Divas was like one of their best albums. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was better than those 2.
Funky Divas might be one of the greatest R&B albums of all time, bro.
Yeah.
Funky Divas has a joint on there that might be, for music, might be a top 400 R&B song of all time.
Right.
And I can't remember the name of the song, but I think it may be their biggest hit. Their biggest hit, I think, is off of Funky Divas.
Yeah.
I think it's the one where he dressed up in old school clothes. They were singing,
giving him something that he can feel.
Yeah.
Huge record. That was a huge record.
Yeah, and it gave you that 60s vibe.
Yeah.
Like gave you that 60s vibe.
Right.
But,
they had Free Your Mind was on that album.
Free Your Mind
was a huge hit when that came out.
That was a huge hit also. Yeah. Man, I think, and for my taste, some days I take SWV over them, and some days I take In Vogue. But I got hit with they're not better than TLC. I told
you that. I told you.
No, well, yeah, you did. I got hit with they're not better than Escape. I
think they're better than Escape. I think they're better than Escape vocally. I don't. They might have the same amount of hit records, if not a little bit more than Escape. Because Escape didn't really put out a lot after the third one, so
I got hit with they're the same as those female groups of the 80s.
No, they were different.
That's what bothered me.
They were
because there were what's the big group of girls in the 80s?
You had the Mary Jane girls. You had them.
No, they bigger than them. Was it Climax? Was it
Climax? Yeah, Climax. Yeah, Climax was like more underrated though.
Was it Five Star was a family? It wasn't.
Yeah, it was the brothers and sisters. Yeah.
The Jets were brothers and sisters too.
Yeah.
Coach mentioned Destiny's Child. Was Destiny's Child bigger than In Vogue?
They are now. Not when they first came out. They are now. I feel like over time because of Beyonce and Kelly, Michelle. They all individually went solo and then came back together. And then I think they're bigger than them now. I don't like when they came out like the tail end of the 90s. They wasn't as big as In Vogue back then.
Yeah, because I remember when they were singing hooks for the Ghetto Boys, bro.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Gangsta.
Doing stuff with 50 Cent before he got shot.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think they're bigger than them now, but I still would pick In Vogue over them.
Hey, let me ask you for a huge favor before we go.
Yeah.
I want to speak with Allure.
Okay.
I was wondering if there's a way that we could have Allure on one of our channels. It don't matter. Like, just have a conversation with them about talent. Because secretly, I've been wanting to either talk to Allure or Changing Faces.
Right.
Groove Theory. You remember Groove Theory?
Yeah.
The thing about that is the guy is a jerk and the lady is hard to find. The lady is doing something else.
Right.
But I know somebody that knows her personally.
Okay.
Right. And she's an artist, still doing her whatever. I wanted to speak with like one of those groups from the 90s, like right at the edge of R&B turning into hip hop / R&B.
Right.
And see what it's like during that era. Like, was there an internal struggle? Like, did you have to give in to hip hop type producers in order to survive? Did you give in to them? Or is that what deterred your career? Like, what was the where was the mesh point of like trying to figure out like staying true to yourself or following the trend? Right. And the thing about, I don't know, the guy groups are too big. Like the guy groups that back then, like I probably won't be able to get a Boyz II Men on the show. Right. Or Jodeci. Right. Like on the show, because they were big. And then the other groups had so much shit, like H-Town is not the same. Troop is not the same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they lost members and things of that sort, right? Mint Condition is too big, right? If we can like get somebody to come on the show, like
the thing is, like with a lot of those R&B groups, because they've broken up or they lost members to death or whatever, like they've done other platforms, but it won't be all of them together. Like for Changing Faces, because the OG girl, like one of the girls left the group, so they have a replacement in Changing Faces now. So, but the other girl that left the group, I've seen her on other platforms. So, maybe she'll be willing to come on here, right? The former Blackstreet members that left, they've been on other platforms. Maybe they can come on here. You know what I'm saying? Allure is still together, even though they lost like one. Well, they kicked out the other girl. Like they told me that they kicked out the other girl. They didn't get along with the. So all three of them they're still the group. So I think it's possible that they could be on a platform like this, and
that'll definitely be like an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
For us to talk like the music business part of it. Yo, hey, I got a joint that I want to play live. I want you to hear it, bro.
Okay.
So chat, this is for y'all ears. I'm gonna play a joint that I made, right? Y'all let me know on a scale of 1 to 1,000,000 how bad the song is, right? So this is a joint I created called Bossy. I just want y'all ears to hear it. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Okay.
Right. It's a 3-minute song. I'm gonna just play it. Here it is, y'all.
Let's go. Let's go. You don't gotta wait for nobody to tell you who you are. You don't gotta ask permission to go and raise the bar. They call you bossy. I call you in control. Boss up, boss up. Let them know. Let's go. You don't gotta wait for nobody to tell you who you are. You don't gotta ask permission to go and raise the bar. They call you bossy. I call you in control. Boss up, boss up. Let them know. Every morning when I rise, fire in my eyes, told me stay inside the lines, but I built my own design. Now I'm moving through the noise with a purpose, with a voice. Every note they ever gave me turned me louder than the choice. I ain't waiting for a crown, I've been wearing it since now. Watch me level, watch me climb, watch me take what's already mine. You don't gotta wait for nobody to tell you who you are. You don't gotta ask permission to go and raise the bar. They call you bossy, I call you in control. Boss up, no. Let them know. I remember every night, had to struggle, had to fight. Now I step into the light, everything is feeling right. They doubted every move I made, now they study what I say. Every lesson turn to power, every hour made my name. Independent, never folding. Got my vision, now I'm holding everything they said I couldn't. Now I'm living, now I'm owning. You don't gotta wait for nobody tell you who permission. Go and raise the bar. They call you bossy. I call you in control. Boss up, boss up. Yeah. Let them know.
Hold up. Ladies in the building.
Yeah.
Queens in the building.
We run it.
We run it.
Say it louder.
We run it.
We run it.
We run it.
We run it.
See my mama work double just to make a way. Still told me every morning you gon' be okay. Grandma prayed over struggle, made the pain behave. Turned every hard night into a brighter day. My sister got a dream and she chasing that. Built it from nothing, never looking back. And every woman I know been a warrior, carrying the world on her back. So when they say bossy, I say blessed and strong. Every queen I know been carrying me along. Yeah.
You don't gotta wait for nobody. Tell you who you are. You don't gotta ask permission. Go and raise the bar. They call you bossy. I call you in control. Boss up, boss up.
Yo,
Let 'em know.
yo.
You don't gotta wait for nobody. Tell you who you are. You don't gotta ask permission. To go and raise the bar. They call you bossy. I call you in control. Boss up, boss up.
Yo,
Let 'em know.
yeah.
We care. We care.
We rising
We care. We care.
for the queen.
We care. We care.
Bossy.
Bossy.
Yo, and then when I listened to it, I was like, yo, I made a lot of mistakes in that joint, bro. I made a lot of mistakes in that joint.
I
My
like
heart
it.
was my heart was in the right place. The breakdown, I wanted that to be finger snaps, but I couldn't
Right.
replicate
Right,
finger
right.
snaps. I used hi-hats on that.
Mhm.
But I don't know. What you think, bro?
I like it. I think it has like a positive message in the song. And when I first heard it, it gave me like Beyonce. I forgot this song.
All single ladies vibes.
No, not that one. The one she performed at the Super Bowl with Coldplay and Bruno Mars that year. Forgot the name of that
Oh,
joint.
I know what you're talking about.
It more like a ladies anthem. You know what I'm saying? It was like more, of a more of like a calling of arms, like that type of vibe it gave me. I love the beat and the guy rapping on it was dope, and yeah, that was dope. That was a dope song. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man. I got when I did it, I was thinking something else. I was thinking like more of a dance floor joint, but then when I heard it, even though the BPMs are there, I don't know if the I think it's very busy. It's like a lot of stuff going over the top of each other in it.
Right. Like the Beyonce the Girls Who Run the World joint. It reminded me of that. But
Right.
it was like a girl power anthem.
Right.
Bossy and all that, and I like that. I thought your thing is dope.
Okay. Yeah, I got another one. I think is doper than this.
Right.
It's a joint called Nothing Better.
Okay.
I won't play it tonight, but what's our guy name that be doing the producer that be coming on with us be rocking? Kavachi.
Which one?
Kavachi?
Oh, Kavase. Oh yeah, Kavase. Yeah.
I think I need to get some pointers from him, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of sounds in my head, and then it's like when you try to put all the sounds in one song, bro, it sounds crazy, bro.
Right.
It sounds like the show, like Dougie Fresh, like all these sounds. Well, not that good,
Right.
but it sounds like yo. But anyway, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming through and satisfying my Johnny Gill thing.
Right.
When the next time you going live?
I'm gonna go live maybe before next Wednesday. I like to keep the schedule just the way it is, like every Wednesday, but there are some like live streams that I want to do, so I might do one maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
And yeah, but you'll get the notification.
Yeah, I'll definitely excuse me, I'll definitely jump on, man, when I can. So thank you everybody for coming through and just hanging out while I talk that talk about Johnny Gill and all that, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, check out the That Ain't Rap podcast on Wednesday nights.
Yes.
And we're gonna get out of here, y'all. Peace, everybody.
Peace.
Yeah, we're diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing.